What is up you guys, my name's ThePrenti and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be taking you over 10 common myths about alcohol. But before we start, if you guys could smash the like button, that'd be muchly and greatly appreciated. If we could hit 250 likes, that'd be absolutely amazing. Let's get started. Number one is that food helps prevent a hangover after you've been out. So for example, you know, it's 3 o'clock, you've just come out of the club and you're going to get a pizza and you have a pizza, that'll sort of help prevent a hangover and make you feel better. It won't do anything for you. Literally, all the alcohol's already in your bloodstream, so you're going to be hungover the next day. Number two is when people say if you switch booze, then you'll be sick, or you'll be more likely to be sick, or you're likely to get drunk faster. Now this is not the case. For example, you could have a pint every 5 minutes, and then if you switch to vodka every 5 minutes, obviously you're going to be sick because you're having, you know, vodka every, a shot of vodka every 5 minutes, whereas a pint every 5 minutes is a lower percentage. I mean, a pint of beer is usually 3.9%. The same vodka or a shot of vodka every 5 minutes is 40% alcohol in your system every 5 minutes. It's nothing to do with switching to the booze, it's how frequent and how high the alcohol content you have in the switch that makes the difference. Number three is breaking the seal. Now I don't know if any of you have ever looked down there, but there's no seal to break, trust me, or if there is, then I'm missing one. But there's no such thing as breaking the seal. Now this comes from when people say, you know, I'm going to hold off on going to the toilet because then won't have to go as much, or once you pee once, you're going to have to keep going. So this is not true whatsoever. When you drink, it suppresses vasopressin, and this is sort of an anti-diuretic thing that sends a message to your kidneys. And this decreases your ADH, which means you produce more fluid in the kidneys, or you get more fluid produced out of the alcohol. That's why you need to pee more. So obviously, people think, you know, if I hold off longer, it's just because you're drinking or the alcohol's actually catching up to your system that makes you want to pee more. Nothing to do with breaking the seal. So number four is one that I believe for a wee bit, and this is when people say the Goldschlager flakes are actual real flakes of gold, or bits that cut the back of your throat so that the vodka goes straight to your bloodstream. This is bullshit. This is just a really clever marketing ploy to make people buy Goldschlager and drink it. They're just like plastic flakes, don't do anything to the back of your throat. Nothing at all, just dissolve in your system anyway. So, you know, Goldschlager does not get you drunk quicker, does not cut the back of your throat to go straight to the bloodstream. Number five is probably the most well-known one on this list, and that is people used to think that absinthe, or people still do think, that absinthe is an hallucinogenic. So there's a whole thing back in the 20s and 30s when basically absinthe got banned under because people thought it was very dangerous. It was a hallucinogenic. It's not. All it is people drank too much of the absinthe, and obviously when you're drinking something that's 90% and you're doing shot and shot of that, obviously you're going to go into fits and states, and you're going to go into needing your stomach pumped and stuff like that. So that's why people thought they're hallucinating and stuff like that. So it's not hallucinogenic. All it is just a really strong alcohol content that you have to be very careful when drinking. Number six is different types of drinks makes different types of drunks. Now this is not true. There's different stages of drinking, but there's not different types of drink doesn't make you a different type of drunk. For example, whiskey does not make you very aggressive, despite being stereotypical to Scotland and we're very aggressive people, okay, but we're also very friendly. Just for example, wine does not make you depressed, and vodka doesn't make you very happy or whatever. Like, there's not different types of drink make you a different type of drunk. It's just a different stage of drunkenness that you're at that makes you what kind of drunk you are. Also your personality, and also what factors you're going through as well. For example, you could be going through a divorce or whatever, or you could have just won a lot of money. This will also influence what type of drunk you will be. Nothing to do with the booze you're drinking. Number seven is that people think coffee makes a hangover better. It doesn't. In fact, it makes it worse, if anything. If you guys don't know what a hangover is, it's basically your dehydration of the brain and the body. This is why you're supposed to drink water when you drink. Coffee, like alcohol, dehydrates you. So if you drink this when you're hungover, if anything, you're going to get worse. The only thing that can cure a hangover is time. Number eight is when people say older wine is always better. Now this is not strictly true. Okay, older wines can be better in certain circumstances. This is all down due to the harvest of the grape. Now, if there's a good grape harvest, then it'll be a good wine. And if there's a bad grape harvest, it will be a bad wine. Now, this is a kind of golden rule. It's not always if you have a bad harvest it will be a bad wine, but in most circumstances. So when people say, you know, for example, if a wine's been there since 2004 it's a lot better than a 2012 wine, not true, because you could have an amazing grape harvest in 2012 that resulted in a fantastic wine. In 2004 you could have had a horrible grape harvest and the wine would not be as nice as the 2012 one. Number nine is when people say being sick sobers you up. Now this is not true. Obviously it gets rid of the alcohol and your obviously stomach contents because you're being sick, but it doesn't help sober you up because you've not got rid of the alcohol in your bloodstream, and that's what makes you drunk. Sometimes being sick can make you even more drunk. All being sick does is essentially makes you more alert, or makes you sort of more aware of the surrounding and situation, doesn't sober you up. As I said, it can make you more drunk because there could still be alcohol soaking into your bloodstream as you're being sick. So it doesn't sober you up. And the final myth, number 10, is when people say drinking kills your brain cells. Now, I'm not a good example of this because I'm pretty stupid and I do drink quite a bit, but that's nothing to do with alcohol killing the brain cells. It will kill your brain cells if you literally drink a ton every single day, but if you drink in moderation and to guidelines or a wee bit above guidelines, then you will find what this comes from is someone having, for example, if I was to tan a bottle of that every single day, if I was to drink a bottle every day, then yeah, it's probably going to kill some brain cells, but studies show that it doesn't kill any brain cells if you drink it in moderation or recommended amounts. So that's it for today's video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, feel free to smash the like button. It would be muchly and greatly appreciated. If you want to go check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, gaming channel and Twitch, links to them will be in the description down below. If you guys have any suggestions for more series like this, then make sure you let me know in the comment section down below. Other than that guys, until next time, I've been ThePrenti, and I'll see y'all soon.